Kills.
And we're here with another episode of Bikini Bottom Banter. And this week we watched the 2 episodes Cultural Shock and F.U.N.
Yes.
Alright. We already know we're in store for it today. So Culture Shock. So the story of Culture Shock is the Krusty Krab is going under. They have no customers. One of many moments where the Krusty Krab, like, nobody goes to it. So I'm kind of...
Yeah, that was weird.
Right? Like, sometimes it's popping, other times it's, like, dead. I have a theory, though. We'll get into that a bit later. But, so... they're trying to come up with premises and ideas of how to make the Krusty Krab lively. Squidward, because he's daydreaming over, dancing, and his magazine says we should put on a talent show. So they get a bunch of our usual characters in Spongebob to put together a talent show. And, I mean, this episode, it's forgotten. What? Just laughing already at a joke?
Something funny.
Oh, what is it?
Okay, no, just keep going.
That was it for the premise.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said I'm kind of curious. You already got your favorite joke in mind.
Yeah, okay, so I have a few favorite jokes.
All right, let's hear it.
But, so you said everybody was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
To help the Krusty Krab, bring customers in.
Right.
Why was Plankton there?
You know what?
Why was Plankton there?
Saw an opportunity to get that Krabby Patty. He was like, oh, but I agree, because obviously they had to rehearse and everything, and it was like, who's signing up for the talent show?
Yeah.
Why would Mr. Krabs allow his arch enemy to go in there? He needs that money. He didn't care. Which actually brings me to a point, this is the first time that Mr. Krabs actually acts like a human, or acts normal. There's a free salad bar. That's a first.
Oh, yeah.
The sign said free salad bar. I'm like... and that kind of goes into... And also, when Squidward is buttering him up, he mentions Pearl, and he's like, oh, my daughter Pearl. I'm just like, wow, he actually has a heart. But that actually goes to my theory. So there was a Robot Chicken skit that I think did it first, where they said Krabby Patties are actual crabs.
Oh,
And I think you might have heard this theory, and that explains why there's barely any crabs in the ocean.
Yeah.
Krabby Patties are made of that. So maybe they had their first wave of people that found out what we're eating other fish, and they were just like, nope. And the free salad bar, listen, where did Mr. Krabs get the lettuce from? Because somebody underneath the sea. One of Pearl's friends, that was on the menu in that episode. It was like salad and tea. Why didn't they show up? Just saying.
Wow.
But yeah, I don't know. This one, it's a sleeper hit. It has a very memorable meme, which...
very quick. Very quick, yeah.
Definitely the meme-worthy moment is the audience. The picture of the audience just staring. I've seen that so many times.
Yeah, when they're staring at Squidward.
It's a Squidward-led episode. But it's also, Squidward says, one of the coldest jokes ever when SpongeBob is doing his little trial with, the bubble, which is a callback to Bubble Stand. Mm-hmm. And he says, not even your parents would want to see you. I'm like... cold.
Yeah, he was tripping.
What about you?
So, what was your favorite joke?
So, I think my favorite joke... It's got to be towards the end when, SpongeBob is the cleaner or the headline, and he's over here cleaning, and then Squidward's on stage, they don't clap, and then SpongeBob goes back on stage and they clap. He's simply just cleaning up the mess. I don't know. It's something as simple as that. It wasn't... Yeah. It didn't really have, a big, unanimous joke moment. What about you? What was your favorite joke? Because you were
when Plankton Plankton was so he chose to do a magic trick for the talent show, and He tried to steal a Krabby Patty, right?
He said, literally, I'll make this Krabby Patty just...
Yeah.
I need a volunteer from the audience. This man was about to chomp down on his dinner. He was like, oop, I'll take it.
Right. And he tries to run for the door, and of course Mr. Krabs stops him. And then and so he was like, oh, I'll try again next time, Krabs. And he says like this weird, I don't even know what language.
Watch it be a subliminal message somewhere. Like
right.
a writer threw it in there.
Yeah, it was Shia Kazi. And then he clapped his hands and then he blew himself up.
He was up there with the magic tricks too. He had some flowers that he was showing.
Yeah, he was doing pretty good.
Like I was like, okay, I see you playing that.
Another joke, Gary doing poetry was hilarious.
See, was I not right about
that
Sandy's
was hilarious.
Eyes? He has such a way with words.
Yeah.
Like,
meow, meow, meow.
Sandy, you get a little.
Right, she was getting hard eyes.
Sandy, Gary was about to leave out a lucky man. He was like,
that's crazy.
Yo. So what was your meme-worthy moment?
Yeah, same thing. The crowd looking at Squidward crazy.
I also, you know what? I had this down as a backup favorite joke too. When they're throwing tomatoes at Squidward.
Yeah.
And Mr. Krabs like, hold on, I got to profit off this.
Yeah, that's a funny one.
And the one dude is like, it's worth every penny. And I'm like, yo.
Right, he had a grudge.
Yeah, he said a lot of people were paying. I'm like,
he had a grudge.
Squidward, I just feel like everything he does, he just fails. But that's like his character arc.
Yeah.
So
so what would you change about the episode?
So, I would have had more acts. I feel like they should have featured like some more characters. We saw Pearl doing cheerleading.
Yeah.
I know they can only fit but so much in an 11 to 12 minute episode.
Yeah.
But I would have had maybe like some of the secondary characters. Like I could see Larry lifting weights or something as a part of the talent show. Or maybe,
could have showed Sandy doing something maybe.
Yeah, and I'm also surprised that Patrick was like in the audience, but like he didn't participate.
Right. Well, he had a funny joke too. He was just laughing uncontrollably.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ooh, that reminds me. So for anybody I think this is the first time that I remember this. The first time I ever heard the word nepotism.
Oh, really?
They used nepotism in Spongebob, and I'm like, see, right there. Like, there's no way. It's for kids. Why's TV? Why 7? Oh, okay. What 7-year-old knows the word nepotism? Come on. Come on now. Like.
Teaching us. SpongeBob is teaching us.
For real. What would you change?
I would change. It would have been nice to see Squidward like get the standing ovation that he always wanted. It would have been a nice, change for, it would have been a nice change for an episode for Squidward to finally get that love that he's been chasing and been wanting.
Yeah, so. I feel like it's coming. There has to be like some episode in the pipeline.
Yeah, where he gets a win.
Well, yeah, because it gets a little repetitive after a while, where it's just like, wow, like this man really cannot get a break. Yeah,
and this is also the episodes of where like Squidward is like overly mean. Yeah. Yo, this isn't like he's going in.
I feel like it has to be for like a writing perspective. In order, because you have to think about the writers. Like at the end of the day, it's SpongeBob's show, and they know that this is a Squidward-led episode with like his idea. So if he's not mean, if it doesn't blow up in his face, so that pride comes before a fall. Essentially, you're never going to learn that lesson, and you got to spotlight SpongeBob. And if you just kind of have SpongeBob there, it doesn't feel like it's his show. Yeah, I get it, but like, wow, he was just gunning everyone. Yeah. He said, I saved the best for last. Nobody wants to see you on stage, Squidward. Like, there needed to be... That one fish that said, boo, you stink in the pickle episode needed to come back for this. Yeah. Boo, you stink. Oh, your boy was in there, too. Fred. I heard of my leg in there. I was like, all right.
My leg.
All right. got the vegetables out the way.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's get into the dessert.
Yes, sir.
Fun. All right.
Listen. This episode is what SpongeBob is all about.
It's a classic. Easily.
No. This episode is what SpongeBob is all about.
I think this is a trademark episode where you can show it to anybody who might not know SpongeBob or the characters and everything, and you find something in this. Yeah. So for any viewers who are not already aware, F.U.N is the episode where
I'm trying to find the word.
The actual lyrics?
No, I'm just trying to find the word for like typifies. Is that the word?
For what?
Like it just like if you want to show somebody what SpongeBob is, you show them this episode.
This episode? I agree. This is definitely down there. So the premise of this episode is Plankton is doing his usual banter where he's going to steal the Krabby Patty and the Krabby Patty secret formula. They turn SpongeBob into a superhero with the dramatic music and everything. And when he gets caught, SpongeBob realizes that, Plankton is depressed. He calls himself a loser. And he's like, wow, I bet you if he had just one friend, he wouldn't be so mean.
Yeah.
So SpongeBob comes up with the idea, I'm going to take you out on the day to just show you what fun really is. And we all know the song. Come on.
Yes.
F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere and anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea. But yeah, and he just shows them what a fun day is. So they grow a friendship, which obviously pisses off Mr. Krabs. Yeah. Like, he comes in and he's like, he's playing you. And there's actually an extra layer to it, which we'll get into. But, and at the end of the episode, you kind of wonder to yourself, because I was thinking this too. Did Plankton actually have fun that day? And then he got sidetracked, and then he was like, okay, I got to get back to why I was doing this.
For sure.
Or, was it from day one, like this was his plan? He's like, I'm going to butter up SpongeBob, and like I'm going to give him the sad, sappy eye of like, oh, you don't know what it's like to be a loser. Like I'm saying, like at the beginning, when he got caught with the Krabby Patty, this was his plan from the jump. You know
why I say it wasn't?
All right, let's hear it.
Because, and he was getting sidetracked, because he was starting to dress like SpongeBob. He had the pants. He had the pants.
This man was nude for all his life. Yeah. He's like, you're going native, Plankton. Look at yourself.
Yeah.
He bought a pair of pants.
Yeah, Karen had to call him out. Going native, Plankton.
Look at yourself.
Right. He pulls him up and he's got the square pants on. Oh, hilarious.
So another thing is the extra layer I was talking about. So obviously it makes Mr. Krabs mad, but do you see the episode Friend or Foe where like it goes into the backstory of Mr. Krabs and Plankton? How they were like friends?
I feel like I seen it a while ago.
Well, SpongeBob doesn't really, it sometimes chooses its continuity. Yeah. But I wonder if Mr. Krabs in the back of his mind is like, I used to be his friend, like, he's playing you, boy.
Right. Exactly. It could be.
That's what I'm saying.
He was like, I already know who this is.
Funniest joke.
Oh, man.
I already got mine.
I have two. The Jolly Good Rookie song.
Yup.
And Plankton's version of the F.U.N song.
Oh, man. F is for friends. Or F
is for fire. Birds out the whole time. Use for uranium bombs. It is for no survivors.
Like, yo, what is in your mind, bro?
That was the first time I ever heard of uranium.
Oh, yeah, uranium. You know what? Same here. Because it's like uranium. I love how he added that. Bombs. It's like for all the kids that don't know. And used for uranium. Like, huh? Bombs.
Yo, that's funny.
He knew.
I always thought that was funny.
But yeah, hands down.
And that Jolly Good Rookie song
man,
is
that's
a classic.
favorite joke. So after, for anybody who doesn't know or just to travel down memory lane, when SpongeBob captures Plankton and the town calls him a loser and everything, it's like, for running you out of town, the cop, we're going to make this kid honorary town rookie of the day. Puts a donut over him. He's a jolly good rookie.
He's a jolly good rookie.
He's a jolly good rookie. Like, they threw him up in the air like it was a parade. You're like, oh, here comes his flowers. But when he hits the ground, just...
You're like, who cares? Let's get out of here.
Exactly. I'm like, nobody expected that.
They're like, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Also, this was another episode in the playground, hands down. People knew the F.U.N song.
Yeah.
I feel like I was also looking at the episode list. Yeah, at this point, SpongeBob was pretty unstoppable.
Yeah.
There was just, you had, what was last
That was the meme-worthy. That F.U.N song, that's the meme-worthy.
Meme-worthy moment. It's not even a debate.
Yeah, can't debate it.
But think about this for a minute. You had the fire episode of Opposite Day right before, and then you come back with, F.U.N.
Man.
Those Nicktoons better watch out.
Definitely unstoppable for sure.
So yeah, I don't know. It's just, this is a classic episode. You can easily just throw it on. It's also, I feel like the merch for it also, because that's another thing. They actually have. Do you know that they have SpongeBob meme merch? They take the him and the poses from the memes.
Really?
Yeah, they turn it into merch.
Oh wow, that's cool.
It was crazy. I was like, but F.U.N is one where I definitely remember early days
that had an impact on the playground for sure.
Yup. And the merchandise for it and things like that, it was cemented.
And everybody sung the song.
Yup. People knew. The SpongeBob's over here teaching kids how to spell.
So glad I wasn't a teacher.
Back in the day.
At that time. Oh my God.
What if a kid is just
just singing it all day? Different classes singing it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is the essence of SpongeBob.
Yeah. Now, do you think that would you put this in maybe your favorite episode? Because I was actually watching a video recently.
No.
Let me see if I could pull this up.
Definitely not a favorite.
Not a favorite? Not
a favorite just because it's it's so big. The episode is so big. It's not my favorite because one, I've seen it so many times.
Okay.
Two, just can't escape it. And yeah, it just, SpongeBob got funnier after this.
Yeah.
So
it's weird. There was a video I was watching. It's SpongeBob's Cultural Impact Explained.
Okay.
And they were stating that the best episode in the series is Band Geeks. Which I'm like, okay, I get it. It's definitely... and see, that's the thing.
It's up there.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's definitely better than this one. But I would put F.U.N maybe in my top 10. It's weird. A lot of people love this. I feel like it's just the song. It's just the song. Just... The song is so unanimous with SpongeBob and the culture that, that's what kind of gravitates. Because beside that, it's a pretty basic episode.
Right.
It's just a Plankton episode.
Right.
But it works.
Yeah. What would you change?
See, and that kind of goes to my thing. I feel and it's weird. I was going to say that there should have been a little bit more depth with Mr. Krabs really hating on it. It could have been nice to see that background of why he doesn't like Plankton. Nice little thing that would have tied continuity, but then I'm but that kind of separates SpongeBob from other Nicktoons. They kind of skate on the line of continuity and just The Simpsons where it's every episode has a continuity but not really.
Right.
So I don't know. What about you? What would you change?
I would change Plankton was actually nice in this episode, and he didn't steal that Krabby Patty.
Oh, like he actually ended with like...
He actually didn't steal the Krabby Patty, and then Mr. Krabs was just hating.
Oh, and
because he was just going too hard with the hate.
That would have been a nice twist.
That would have been a nice twist.
But you would have had to take out that funny joke where, like, maybe, Mr. Krabs said, maybe I was right. That cardboard patty just... I'm like, well, nothing ever changes.
Yeah, it would have taught Mr. Krabs a lesson and stuff. So I feel like that's what I would have changed.
It's actually an interesting, way to look at it, too. Like, if he actually was... Because I feel like that's the problem with Plankton. He's just so... I think Karen said it best. 1% evil, 99% hot gas.
Right.
Like, he's just angry. Bro needs to, I don't know. Karen needs to do something. Like, take him out. Something like...
Take him out on a date, right?
Yep. Just give him some flour. Karen, what are you doing?
Right.
Stop hating on your man for a minute.
Yeah, hilarious.
Respect him. Say, you're doing all right.
Right.
You're doing all right, Sheldon.
But, this episode, it's like I said, it's a classic episode. It's just too big. It's just too big for it to be my favorite.
Like it was, pop culture has definitely pushed it so far that it's like, oh.
Right, it's too out there.
I feel you.
Like if you say that's your favorite episode, I'm gonna look at you funny.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be like,
but see, it kind of contradicts it though, because we just think about it. We just started the conversation saying this is what you show. Somebody who doesn't know what SpongeBob is or something.
Right.
If this was their first episode, maybe it might have a special place in their heart.
But then I'll be like, okay, you're not even a real fan yet, then.
Yeah. Look, again, season 1, I feel like season 1 has the memorable memes and things like that.
Yeah.
But the writing and the comedic chops, I feel like
doesn't hit until
2.
Yeah, season 2.
Season 2, 3, we're in there.
Yeah.
They knew it. They knew it. All right, and so join us on this journey.
Yes.
As we go into there. So, anything else, Keels?
No, nothing else.
All right, then until next time, this is Jared.
This is Keels.
Another episode of Bikini Bottom Banter in the bag.
Thanks for tuning in to another fantastic episode of Bikini Bottom Banter. Don't forget to follow Bikini Bottom Banter on TikTok and Instagram for even more content. Subscribe to them on YouTube and Anchor, plus turn on bell notifications to be updated on their latest episode. And if you've got your own jellyfishing stories or favorite SpongeBob moments, remember to share them with us. You might just hear them on our next episode. So until then, stay bubbly, keep smiling, and remember, subscribe to Bikini Bottom Banter to know all the under the sea.